Welcome to Educare. Topic is business asset relief, and it includes business asset disposal relief, investor relief, gift holdover relief, and rollover relief. So first we are considering about business asset disposal relief. It is a relief on the disposal of whole or substantial part of unincorporated business, or disposal of assets of individuals or partnership trading business that has now ceased, or disposal of shares provided shares are in individual's trading company. An individual is an employee of a company. Personal trading company. Personal trading company is one in which individual owns at least 5% of ordinary share and which carry at least 5% of voting right. So if business disposal qualify for the relief, then the rate of tax applicable is 10% on first 1 million of gain of qualifying business disposal, and it is set against unused basic rate band. What does it means? If you are claiming business asset disposal relief, you have to sacrifice the benefit of unused basic rate band. You know that as a result of unused basic rate band, your tax rate is also 10%. But if you are claiming business asset disposal relief, then you have to sacrifice the benefit of unused basic rate band. It is calculated after the deduction of allowable losses and annual exempt amount. It must be claimed within 12 months of the 31st January following the tax year in which assets are disposed of. So, for example, disposal is in tax year 22-23, the claim must be made by 31st January 25. And remember, 1 million limit is for lifetime. What is the qualifying ownership period for these assets? If it is about disposal of business, that business must be owned at least 2 years. If it is about disposal of shares, the employee must be work as part-time or full-time employee for at least 2 years in this personal trading company. If it is a disposal of assets of partnership or individual's trading business that is now ceased, it is necessary to have at least 2-year ownership before seizing the business. Now question: in the tax year 22-23, Cathy sold her trading business which she set up in 2010 and realized the following gains and losses. On factory 2,75,000, goodwill 3,30,000, warehouse 1 lakh, and commercial investment property 2,300,000. Cathy also sold her shares in the unquoted trading company and realized a gain of 4 lakh. She owned 25% of the ordinary share of the company, which means the 5% condition has been met, which she purchased 10 years ago, which means at least 2 years of holding period condition also met. She has worked for the company on a part-time basis for the last 3 years. So here again, as employee, she has worked more than 2 years, so this condition has been met. Cathy has not made any other capital disposal in the tax year, but she has capital losses brought forward of 7,800. She has never claimed any business asset disposal relief in the past, which means full 1 million of relief is available to her. Her only source of income is trading profit, and that is 43,920. Remember, this is trading profit. What does it mean? If we have to reduce it by the personal allowance, then it is said to be a taxable income, and for this taxable income we have to consider if there is any unused basic rate band or not, etc. Calculate the capital gain tax payable for the tax year 22-23. So here we need to consider what are the assets which qualify for BADR and the assets which are not qualify for the BADR. So here we have been given first of all factory is 2,75,000, goodwill 3,30,000. 2,75,000 and 3,30,000 is goodwill. This is about factory and goodwill, and then we have sustained a loss on the warehouse. Losses 1 lakh. This investment property does not qualify for the BADR relief, So it should be recorded here in the next column. Also she has earned shares, gain on shares, so shares gain is also qualify for the BADA relief. So total of this is 275, 230, 505 plus 4, 90, 5,000 and 2,300,000. So first we have to consider BADR. Before applying BADR relief, first we have to apply the annual exempt amount, and remember that for application of annual exempt amount, first to reduce your asset that won't qualify for BADR relief, and also capital losses brought forward will also be deducted from the capital losses of 7,800, and these also be deducted from assets that won't qualify for the BADR relief. So after deducting this, it will be 188 and 1,80,200. So now you have to calculate the BADR relief, apply the BADR relief. So first on the assets that qualify for BADR relief, we have to calculate the tax liability, as assets are 9,05,000 and we have the limit of BADR relief for the lifetime is 1 million. So it is under that limit because this person has not claimed BADR relief before that. So 10% of tax would be applied on this, and that is 90,500. And on assets which not qualify for BADR relief, so on assets which won't qualify for BADR relief, it is 1,80,200 at the rate of 20%, and it would be 36,040. This is the tax. Remember again, if the assets qualify for BADR relief, we have to calculate in total which asset qualify for BADR relief. In this question, these are 9,05,000 value of asset. So as this person has not claimed BADR relief before, so it means 1 million's BADR relief amount is available. So as 9,05,000 is less than that, the whole amount qualify to be claimed as BADR relief. आपके पास इस बंदे ने पहले कभी BADR relief क्लेम नहीं किया था. सो इस साल की इसकी जो बिजनेस एसेट गेन है जो क्वालिफाई करता है बिजनेस एसेट डिस्पोजल रिलीफ के लिए, वो 9 लाख है, लेस दैन 10 लाख है, तो सारी अमाउंट पे वो BADR रिलीफ क्लेम कर सकता है. सो क्लेम करने से 10% उसे BADR रिलीफ मिला, और बाकी जो एसेट क्वालिफाई नहीं करते थे उस पर नॉर्मल कंपटीशन 20% की रेट के हिसाब से की गई. नाउ नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, यूका डिस्पोज ऑफ बिजनेस इन नवंबर 2002 realizing a net chargeable gain of 6,60,000. He had started the business in January 13 and has used all chargeable assets for business use throughout the period of ownership. He has previously claimed BADR relief for qualifying gains up to 4 lakh. तो ये बंदा 4 लाख की 4 लाख की जो है वो गेन पहले से BADR relief claim कर चुका है. So he has claimed 4 lakh of BADR relief before. He also disposed of holiday home in February 2023, realizing a chargeable gain of 21,200. The home had never been his main residence. So home उसकी main residence नहीं है, so qualify नहीं करते PR relief के लिए. Luca has taxable income of 40,000 in the tax year 22-23. Calculate the Luca's capital gain tax payable for the tax year 22-23. So again we have to consider asset that qualify for BADR relief and asset that won't qualify for BADR relief. Qualify and not qualify. So qualify assets are 6,60,000 that qualify for the BADR relief, and the house, the gain on the sale of house 21,200 won't qualify for the BADR relief. So next we have to deduct the annual exempt amount from the asset that won't qualify for BADR relief. So it will be 8,900 of this, and this is 6,60,000. Now remember that this person has claimed a BADR relief of 4 lakh. So what does it mean? How much remaining BADR relief available to him? It is 6 lakh. क्योंकि total 10 lakh, because total 10 lakh of BADR relief is available, 4 lakh he has already utilized, so remaining is 6 lakh. So first we have to calculate the tax liability on this 6 lakh. at the rate of 10%. So this is 60,000. Above that, because the gain that qualify for BADA relief are 6,60,000. Out of this, 6 lakhs have been claimed for BADA relief, so tax is calculated at the rate of 10%. But remaining 60,000 is in excess of the limit that person cannot claim. So he has to pay tax on this asset, although they are qualified for BADA relief, but because they are more than 1 million of amount, so he won't claim, he can't claim BADA relief on this. So 20% of tax would be calculated. So it is 12,000, and remaining 8,900 of asset that won't qualify for BADA relief is said to be residential property. So for residential property, rates are 28%. Remember, for normal gain to be computed, the basic rate is 10% and higher rate is 20%. But for residential property, the normal rate is 18% and higher rate is 28%. So it will be 24,982. So this is the total tax liability, 74,492. Next question: in the tax year 22-23, RE sold shares in Dual Limited on an unquoted trading company and realized a gain of 43,000. RE has worked for Dual Limited for 8 years, so the 2-year condition qualifying ownership period has been met, and has owned 10% of ordinary shares. So 5% hold 5% shares condition also met for last 5 years. RE set up a trading business 2016 since 2016, and in the tax year 22-23 they sold a warehouse used in the business, realizing a gain of 2,46,000. RE's trading profit was 38,270 in the tax year 22-23. They did not have any other taxable income. In the tax year 23-24, RE sold the rest of the business and realized the following gain: 6,49,000 on factory and on goodwill 13,000. RE also sold an antique table in the tax year 23-24 and realized a chargeable gain of 6,225. So now it is about next year. So we have to make computation of 2 tax years. Realized a chargeable gain of 6,225. RE's trading profit in the tax year 23-24 was 51,620, and prior to this tax year, RE has claimed BADA relief of 3,50,000. So as she claimed a BADA relief of 3,50,000, available amount on which BADA relief can compute, available gain on which BADA relief can be claimed is 6,50,000. Calculate the CGT payable for the tax year 22-23 and 23-24. Assume that AEA and rates for the tax year continue in the future. So first we have to consider about 22-23 and this asset that qualify for BADA relief and not qualify for BADA relief. So remember that in the first year, what are the sales? First, it is a gain realized on the sale of warehouse, and this warehouse, sale of this warehouse is not said to be qualified for the BADA relief. Why? Because BADA relief is applied on those assets which have been sold on cessation of business. यानी बिजनेस जब ख़त्म होता है तो तब जब हम सेल करते हैं तो उन पे BADA relief अप्लाई होता है. So in 22-23 we are not selling the business, we are not eliminating the business activities. So this sale of warehouse won't qualify for business asset disposal relief. So it will be recorded here 2,46,000. Business asset disposal relief is provided when the partnership or trading business ceased. Because in 22-23 business is not seized, so on the sale of warehouse, the business asset disposal relief cannot be claimed. In 22-23, he has also sold shares and realized a gain of 43,000. So this 43,000 will consider as qualify for the BADA relief. Now you have to deduct the 12,300 of annual exempt amount, and after this will be 2,33,700 and this is 43,000. Now you have to compute the tax calculation tax liability. On 43,000 it is 10%, so it is 4,300, and on 2,33,700 the asset that won't qualify for BADA relief is 20%, so 20% would be so it is 46,740. This is the total amount of tax, and that comes as 51,040 in the first year. Now we have to consider the second year. In the second year, the asset that qualify for business asset disposal relief are factory and goodwill, and these are 6,49,500. This is second year, and 13,000. 6,62,500. But first consider if there is any asset that won't qualify for BADA relief, that is 6,225. So antique table won't qualify for business asset disposal relief. So now total is 6,62,500 and 6,225, right? And now in important working. As we know that first we have to deduct the annual exempt amount from those assets that won't qualify for business asset disposal relief. Annual exempt amount is 12,300, and our asset that won't qualify for business asset relief is less than that. So first we have to transfer, if we can, we have to transfer some amount of asset that qualify for business asset disposal relief, but due to exceed in limit they cannot. So in this question they have mentioned that 3,50,000 of BADA relief has been claimed previously. In the previous year 22-23 we have claimed BADA relief on 43,000. So total 3,93,000 of business asset disposal relief has been claimed. 3,50,000 before 22-23, 43,000 in 22-23. On 3,93,000 value of asset we have claimed the business asset disposal relief. So as amount is limited to 10 lakh, so remaining 6,07,000 is available on which we can claim the business asset disposal relief, right? So excess portion on which we cannot claim business asset disposal relief, it is the amount of 55,500. This amount will be transferred to the asset that won't qualify to business asset disposal relief, right? So now this amount increases to 61,725, right? Because we have not enough money to reduce our annual exempt amount, so we have transferred the excess portion on which we cannot qualify or we cannot claim the business asset disposal relief to the non-qualified asset. So the total amount becomes 61,725. Now we have to deduct the 12,300 from this, and this will be 49,425. And this amount 6,07,000 we will claim the liability at the rate of 10% by claiming business asset disposal relief. Again, we don't have enough money to reduce by annual exempt amount, so we have transferred the excess of assets gain that won't qualify for business asset disposal relief to the asset that won't qualify. So as we have considered that on 3,93,000 we have already claimed the BADA relief, 3,50,000 before 22-23 and 43,000 in the year 22-23. Remaining BADA relief we can claim is 6,07,000. So we have assets that qualify for BADA relief are 6,62,500, but we can only claim BADA relief on 6,07,000. Remaining portion is transferred to asset that won't qualify for BADA relief. So now the amount of those assets that won't qualify for BADA relief accumulates to 61,725. तो अब हमारे पास जो अमाउंट ज़्यादा थी जिस पे हम BDA रिलीफ क्लेम नहीं कर सकते थे वो हमने ट्रांसफ़र कर दी उन एसेट्स के साथ कि जिन पे BADA रिलीफ क्लेम नहीं हो सकता। मीन्स ये पहले वो एसेट थे कि जिन पे हम BDA रिलीफ क्लेम तो कर सकते थे, लेकिन लिमिट ज़्यादा होने की वजह से, जो 1 मिलियन की लिमिट क्रॉस हो जाने की वजह से हम इस पर क्लेम अब नहीं कर सकते। तो इन्हें भी उन एसेट्स में शामिल कर दिया गया जो एसेट पे BADA रिलीफ क्लेम नहीं हो सकता। सो इस तरह उनकी अमाउंट होगी 61,725। डिडक्ट किया हमने 12,300 का एनुअल एग्जाम्ड अमाउंट, तो ये रहेगी 49,425। नाउ वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट ऑन 6,07,000 10% ऑफ टैक्स एंड ऑन 49,425 20% ऑफ टैक्स। और ये 49,425 पे 20% ऑफ टैक्स आ जाएगा 9,885। सो ये टोटल हो जाएगा 70,585 टोटल टैक्स लायबिलिटी। So this is about business asset disposal relief.